think there's a real merit in things in that tactile object. That if we talk about Howie Morenz's sweater, that there's something about looking at an image of it, and there's something about standing in front of it, and it changes things when you look at something that's tactile and real, and you look at that and you said, that's the sweater Howie Morenz wore when he broke his leg. That's, to me, that is an experience. That brings history right to the patron, and I think that is one of the things that museums provide. That we've all, now with the internet, we've all seen images of Dealey Plaza, we've seen images of Vimy Ridge, we've seen images of the Berlin Wall. There's still something different about being there and standing there and touching those tactile things. I think the real success for museums will be when they marry those two things. When we use technology and we use things like tablets or smartphones and to augment the visitor experience for patrons as they come through here. And we use that technology with the traditional value that museums bring, where they can look at that object and they can see that object in front of them and see the scale of it and the three-dimensional aspect of it. Some of it's already in place. It's really the priority for this museum in the next 6 months. And if we talk about Quadro, Quadro is going through this museum. We're doing an IT retrofit through the entire building, where we're bringing in cutting-edge software to record our database so that we can catalog all of our artifacts. But in the process of that, we're also bringing in museum-wide Wi-Fi, so that if you've gone to a museum in the past and you got a little thing that looked like a cell phone, and in room 1 you pressed number 22, and that gave you a narrative about what was room 22. What we're really working towards is you'll get a tablet, and through this museum-wide Wi-Fi, you'll press the icon on the screen for room 1, and you'll get a little video about the things to look at in this room, and the images that are in this room, and a narrative about what's in that room. And part of that will be patron experience, where they can comment about what's in that room. The next patron can see comments, and a much more interactive experience for our patrons. Currently, the focus of this museum, and it's really our mission statement, is we celebrate the history of Perth County, of which Stratford's a part, and then the surrounding municipalities as well as the rural area. This museum every day has someone call us and say, we'd like to give you our collection of TVs. We'd like to give you my grandmother's wedding dress. We have a piano we'd like to give you. The thing is, for us, is we've created a policy here that we only accept things that are specific to Perth County. We only exhibit things that have an influence or connection to Perth County. For example, we currently have a hockey exhibit on here, and the entire exhibit is Perth County centric. We have many things here, a dozen or so, from the Hockey Hall of Fame, which are on loan to us. But all of those things have a Perth County connection. We have Cyclone Taylor's stick that he used in 1907 with the Ottawa Silver 7. We have his gold medallion he won when he won the Stanley Cup with Vancouver in 1915. We have, he was from Listowel. We have Howie Morenz's sweater from the Canadiens. We have his jacket he wore at the Chicago Blackhawks. Rob Blake's Olympic jersey that he wore in Salt Lake. Rob Blake played for the Stratford Culletons. And everything we have here is Perth County centric and specific, and that is our mission statement here, to celebrate the history and heritage of this region in particular. I think there's some really unique dynamics that take place in Perth County that maybe don't exist anywhere else. And if you look at Perth County as a whole, and you look at what this museum does. Well, we have a hockey exhibit here right now. Well, I think lots of museums can celebrate their local hockey history, whether it be Nelson, BC, or whether it be North Bay, or whether it be Stratford. I mean, there's a great hockey history in almost every community in Canada. If you look at the other exhibits we have here, we have an agricultural exhibit that's semi-permanent, that celebrates the role that agriculture has played in the local economy. And again, lots of places can do that. This summer, we'll have an exhibit from the Stratford Festival. A 3-month exhibit celebrates the 2014 playbill of the Stratford Festival. Well, now you're into something a little bit unique, where how many communities can say the 3 big influences in this community is hockey, is agriculture, and is theater, and is the Stratford Festival, where you have 600,000 patrons a year. You've got a 60-year history of where it absolutely changed not only Stratford but the surrounding area forever. That it's one of the largest employers in the city of Stratford. The economic driver worth $50 million a year. I mean, as we celebrate those sorts of things, you look at the importance of agriculture and the importance of theatre under the same roof. I mean, there'll be lots of exhibits across Canada that celebrate theatre. There'll be exhibits that celebrate agriculture. Rarely, I think, will you find them under the same roof. And those are two of the big influence makers in Perth County, without question.